Hi, I'm Kennedy. For years, I've walked a tightrope between independence and family expectations, particularly with my mother, Diane. My relationship with her has always been complicated. Last Thanksgiving, everything changed. Kennedy, sweetie, can you help me with these potatoes? Mom called from the kitchen as I scrolled through text messages from Alex, my husband of 6 months. No one in my family knew about our courthouse wedding. We'd been waiting for the right time to tell everyone. Coming, I replied, quickly typing miss you before pocketing my phone. Who's got you smiling like that? My younger sister, Vanessa, leaned against the doorframe, eyebrow raised. Don't tell me you finally found someone worthy of the Kennedy standard. Just a friend, I said, brushing past her. Leave your sister alone, Vanessa, Dad said, looking up from his newspaper. Not everyone needs to broadcast their love life. In the kitchen, Mom handed me a peeler without looking up. Your cousin Melissa just announced her engagement. Did you see on Facebook? 26 and already settling down? Good for her, I said flatly, attacking a potato. Speaking of which, Mom continued, lowering her voice, Janice from book club asked about you. Her son Michael is divorced now, very eligible. I told her you'd be interested in meeting him. Mom, I've told you 100 times to stop trying to set me up. Well, someone has to take an interest in your future. 32 years old and not even a serious boyfriend on the horizon. She shook her head. What are you waiting for? The perfect man doesn't exist. I'm focusing on my career right now. Career, 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 that's all you talk about. A fulfilling career won't keep you warm at night. Dad walked in, reaching for a beer from the fridge. Diane, leave the girl alone. Robert, stay out of this. I'm having a conversation with my daughter. She turned back to me. Your biological clock isn't getting any younger, Kennedy. I gripped the peeler tighter. My reproductive choices aren't up for discussion. Vanessa appeared, snatching a piece of cheese from the board. Mom's just worried you'll end up alone with 7 cats. Thanks for the vote of confidence, I muttered. Uncle Pete's booming laugh came from the living room as more family arrived. Dinner was a blur of questions about my job, my apartment, my dating life, everything except who I actually was. Then came the moment that would change everything. Kennedy, Aunt Sharon said over dessert. Any special someone in your life these days? Before I could answer, Mom laughed. No wonder she's still single at 32. She's impossible to please, too picky, too independent for her own good. The table fell silent. What did you just say? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Oh, don't be so sensitive, Mom waved dismissively. I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. You're getting older and you need to compromise somewhere if you want a family. My cousin Rachel nearly choked on her wine. Aunt Diane! It's true, Mom continued, oblivious to the tension. Kennedy's always been stubborn. Remember that boy from college, the doctor? She could have been married with 3 kids by now. Maybe she doesn't want kids, my father interjected. Everyone wants children, Robert. No, Mom, I said, standing up. Not everyone wants what you want. Later that night, as I was gathering my things to leave, my brother-in-law Tom cornered me in the hallway. Don't take it personally, he said awkwardly. Your mom mentioned you've been acting strange lately. She's just worried. I froze. What do you mean, acting strange? I don't know, secretive? Taking private calls, being vague about your weekends? He shrugged. Diane thinks you might be depressed about being alone. My phone buzzed with a text from Alex. How's it going? Miss you, wife? I looked up at Tom, a cold realization washing over me. She's been talking about me to everyone, hasn't she? He shifted uncomfortably. Listen, Kennedy, how long? I demanded. How long has she been analyzing my life behind my back? It's not like that. But I knew. In that moment, I knew exactly what it was like. She actually said that? At Thanksgiving dinner? Alex's voice crackled through my car's speakers as I drove home that night. In front of the entire family, I confirmed, knuckles white on the steering wheel. But that's not even the worst part. She's been discussing my single status with everyone. Friends, family, probably random strangers at the grocery store. Kennedy, I think it's time we told them about us. I sighed. It's not that simple anymore. This isn't just about our marriage now. The next morning, I called my cousin Rachel. Hey, I need to ask you something, I said after exchanging pleasantries. Has my mom been talking about my personal life to you or Aunt Carol? Rachel hesitated. Just be honest, please. Well, she did mention at Carol's birthday that she was worried about you. Said something about your biological window closing and how you were going to regret your choices. What exactly did she say? God, this is awkward. She said you were too caught up in your career to see what really matters in life. That you'd wake up one day old and alone because you were too stubborn to settle down. My chest tightened. Did anyone disagree with her? Your dad tried to change the subject. Listen, Kennedy, no one really takes it seriously. But no one told her to stop either, right? Silence. Next, I called Vanessa. Why do you care what Mom says? She asked immediately. Because it's my life she's dissecting and criticizing. She does it because she loves you, Vanessa said. She wants you to be happy. Happy by whose definition? Hers? Come on, Kennedy. You've always been the difficult one. Maybe if you shared more about your life, she wouldn't have to speculate. So this is my fault? I didn't say that. But you're so secretive lately. The private calls, the weekends you're suddenly busy. I'm an adult, Vanessa. I don't need to report my every move. See? This is exactly what I mean. You get defensive over nothing. I took a deep breath. Has Mom ever talked about me to your friends? To Jason's family? A pause. Kennedy, just answer the question. Fine. Yes. She told Jason's mother you were married to your job, and that's why you couldn't keep a relationship. But she was just explaining why you came to our anniversary party alone. I ended the call and immediately dialed my father. Dad, did you know Mom's been telling people I'm going to die alone? He sighed heavily. Your mother worries, Kennedy. She doesn't always express it well. This isn't worry, Dad. This is public humiliation. What do you want me to say? You know how she is. I want you to tell me why you've never stood up for me. I do stand up for you. No, you make a token objection and then let her continue. There's a difference. Kennedy, she's your mother. She wants grandchildren, a son-in-law. Is that so terrible? It is when she makes me feel like a failure for not providing them on her timeline. The line went quiet for a moment. Have you talked to her about how this makes you feel? Every time I try, she dismisses me or turns it around so I'm the one apologizing. Maybe I could speak to her. No, Dad. I think it's time I handled this myself. That evening, Alex came over to my apartment. We sat at the kitchen table, planning. So everyone knows she's been talking behind your back, he said, taking my hand. Everyone except me, apparently. I've been the family joke for years. What do you want to do about it? I looked at the wedding band I only wore at home. I think it's time for the truth to come out. All of it. But not just about us. About her. Are you sure? Alex asked. Once this is done, your relationship with your mother might never be the same. It was never real to begin with, I said. A real mother wouldn't systematically undermine her daughter's confidence and spread rumors about her mental state. So what's the plan? I smiled for the first time that day. I'm going to give her exactly what she's always wanted. A family gathering with me at the center of attention. Sunday dinner at my parents' house. Mom's pot roast, Dad's awkward small talk, and Vanessa with Jason pretending their marriage was perfect. The usual suspects, plus one crucial addition. Alex. Mom, Dad, I said as we stood in the entryway. This is Alex Reynolds. Mom's eyes lit up. Kennedy! You didn't tell me you were bringing someone special! That's kind of the point, Mom. There's a lot I haven't told you. Dad shook Alex's hand. Nice to meet you, son. Likewise, sir, Alex replied, squeezing my waist supportively. Come in. Mom ushered us toward the dining room. Vanessa, Jason, Kennedy's brought a gentleman friend? Vanessa smirked. Well, the mysterious Kennedy has a boyfriend. Actually, I said clearly, Alex is my husband. The room froze. Mom's smile vanished. Your what? Husband. We've been married for 6 months. Vanessa spilled her wine. Dad's mouth opened and closed soundlessly. This is a joke, Mom said. You're joking. I held up my left hand, wedding band gleaming. Alex did the same. Why would you keep this from us? Dad asked, looking hurt. Because I wanted something that was just mine. Something Mom couldn't criticize or discuss with her book club. Mom's face darkened. What exactly are you implying? I'm stating a fact. You've been dissecting my personal life with anyone who'll listen, making me out to be some sad, lonely spinster. That's not true, she said, eyes darting to Dad. Isn't it? I turned to Vanessa. Tell her what you told me. Vanessa squirmed. Kennedy, this isn't the time. Tell her. Fine. Yes, Mom, you have talked about Kennedy's single status. But you were just concerned. Concerned? I laughed. No wonder she's still single at 32, that's concern. I never said, Mom started. You did, at Thanksgiving. In front of everyone. You're twisting my words. I was just worried about you. Always alone, secretive. I pulled away because every interaction with you made me feel inadequate. Alex stepped forward. Mrs. Wallace, I've witnessed how these comments affect Kennedy. They're not harmless. And who are you to judge my relationship with my daughter? Mom snapped. Some stranger who convinced her to get married in secret? Mom, I exclaimed. No, this is absurd. You've been lying to us for months. If this marriage was legitimate, why hide it? Dad finally spoke up. Diane, that's enough. It's not enough, she shouted. Our daughter excluded us from one of the most important days of her life, and now she accuses me of… what? Caring too much? You don't care about me, I said quietly. You care about the idea of me, the daughter you wanted to have. How dare you? Mom hissed. After everything I've sacrificed. What exactly have you sacrificed, Mom? My self-esteem? My ability to trust? That's what your concern has cost me. Mom stood abruptly. I will not be spoken to this way in my own home. Then maybe you shouldn't have spoken about me the way you have all these years. Get out until you're ready to apologize. I laughed. Apologize? For what? Telling the truth? For being an ungrateful, selfish child? I'm not a child, Mom. That's the whole point. She moved toward me, finger jabbing the air. You've always been difficult. You're dead to me until you make this right. Define right. Divorcing Alex? Having babies on your timeline? Diane, Dad warned, stepping between us. But Mom grabbed my arm, her nails digging in. You'll regret this. When you've ruined your chance at a family, you'll come crawling back. Let go of me, I said evenly. Or what? She challenged, tightening her grip. Mom, you're hurting her, Vanessa exclaimed. Stay out of this, Mom shouted, then turned back to me. You want to destroy this family? Fine. Then she slapped me. The sound echoed through the stunned room. 2 weeks later, I sat in a lawyer's office, a restraining order application before me. Are you sure about this? Sarah Jenkins, my attorney, asked. Family court gets messy. I'm sure. The bruises have faded, but what she's been doing for years, that doesn't fade. Dad called daily, pleading. Your mother's devastated. This legal business is destroying her. And what about what she's done to me? The slap was just the final straw. She lost her temper. It was wrong, but no buts. She assaulted me. Kennedy, please. She's your mother. Being my mother doesn't give her the right to hurt me. Vanessa appeared at my door one evening, eyes red. This has gone too far. A restraining order? Do you know what this is doing to Mom? I'm not dropping it. She made one mistake. One? What about years of criticism? Rumors about my mental health? Constant undermining? That's just Mom being Mom. And that's exactly the problem. Jason and I are trying for a baby. I wanted Mom there. She can be, just not when I'm around. So I have to choose between my sister and my mother? She made that choice when she hit me. At the hearing, my parents sat with their attorney. Mom wouldn't meet my eyes. Dad looked aged. Alex squeezed my hand. You okay? Better than okay. The judge reviewed the evidence, photos of bruises, witness statements from Alex, Vanessa, and Jason. Mrs. Wallace, do you dispute physically assaulting your daughter? Mom's attorney whispered something, but she shook her head. No, Your Honor, but it wasn't severe. A family disagreement that got out of hand. A disagreement that left marks and had multiple witnesses, the judge noted. The restraining order was granted. 1 year, possible extension. No contact. Minimum 100 yards distance. Outside, Mom approached, despite her attorney's attempts to stop her. Kennedy, please, she begged. I'm sorry. I was wrong to hit you, but this is too much. Stop right there. The order's in effect now. I'm your mother. You can't cut me out over one mistake. It wasn't one mistake. It was a lifetime of making me feel inadequate. I never meant to hurt you, she insisted. Everything was because I love you. That's not love, Mom. That's control. I'll go to therapy. I'll do whatever you want. Just don't do this. It's already done. 6 months later, Alex and I hosted a small wedding reception. Dad came, with Vanessa and Jason, Rachel and her family, friends, even Uncle Pete. Think you'll ever reconcile with your mom? Rachel asked. Maybe someday, if she truly understands what she did wrong. And if she doesn't? I looked at those who supported me despite the family rift. Then I'll be okay. Family isn't just who you're born to. It's who treats you with respect. Later, Vanessa approached as Alex and I danced. I'm sorry I didn't stand up for you sooner. It took me 32 years to stand up for myself. Mom asks about you every time I see her. What do you tell her? That you're happy, that you and Alex have a good life. I nodded. That's all she needs to know. Was the restraining order the right choice? I looked at Alex chatting with Dad, at the lights illuminating our gathering, at the people who loved me for who I was. I finally made a choice for myself, not anyone else. And yes, it was absolutely right. Have you ever had to cut someone toxic out of your life? What gave you the courage? Share your story in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life dramas.